Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is going to be my February 2025 Temu knife haul. Valentine's Day's coming up, and if you have someone in your life that loves knives, now's a good time to pick up some knives from Temu. So we're going to start. I've got something on here that's not really a knife, but it's more like an EDC. We're going to start with that. This is something I picked up. I thought it was like a bottle opener, but apparently it's something you can put on your hand if you need to. I think it's kind of just like a fidgety thing that I play with, but I believe you can use it as a bottle opener. This was probably listed as titanium. I do not know if this is really titanium or just what it is, but pretty cool little thing. It did come with the lanyard. I think about putting one of this lanyard on one of my knives, but I just hadn't got around to it yet. So that's the first thing. I'll put a link down in the description for anything that's still available. A lot of times when I pick up a knife on Temu, it'll show discontinued or out of stock. So if it is available, I'll put a link down in the comments. It is an affiliate link, so if you purchase using my affiliate links, I make a little bit off of it, which I then turn right around and use that affiliate money to make more, to buy more knives. Here is the next knife. Let you take a look at that one. This knife feels really good. It's got a real snappy action. It's got a crossbar lock. Great knife. Here is one that I did not recognize the symbol on this. So when I bought this knife, I thought it was like the Native American Thunderbird, but I've been told that this is something from The Legend of Zelda. So one of the Legend of Zelda games, apparently that is a symbol from one of the games. I just thought the knife looked cool. Let you see what it says there. It says it's a USA design, but it was crafted in China. This one has no... It's got some serial numbers, but it doesn't really have a... like a manufacturer, so I don't know who the OEM of this is, but I just really, really like the knife. I seen this and my first thought was speed holes. Let me know if you're old enough down in the comments to remember a certain cartoon character that had speed holes put in a car. But I saw that and was like, oh, it's speed holes. It is an assisted opening. So if you see right here, you get to that point, you got to push it because it's got an assisted opening spring in it. Let's go with the fixed blade knife. Now, I was unfamiliar with this brand until I started buying knives on Temu. Everything I've got from them has been pretty decent knives. I like the orange when it comes to like knives that I will use to like skin a deer with or field dress a deer. I like the orange because I have dropped knives in the past and lost them. Well, if I drop this one in the leaves, this bright orange is easy to see. This blade is quite sharp. You can see it's not a great big blade, but I can still get full 3 fingers and almost a 4th finger on it. You could choke up a little bit, but there's no choil here to get your hand on. But I think this is a really, really good knife. This would be excellent for like a skinner, something to skin a deer with or even field dressing a deer with. Up next, we got an out the front. I'm not a real big fan of the two-sided like spear point. I would rather have like a drop point or a clip point. But I saw this one. I hadn't seen it before. It was in stock. I do not believe this is in stock now. But if it is, like I said, I'll put a link down in the description. It's got a great action on it. It works just like it's supposed to. And again, this is personal preference. There's nothing wrong with the spear, like the spear blade. I just don't. It's not my preference. Up next, we've got a Desert Warrior. And I think these Desert Warriors, because they're knives, when they're this pink with the blue contrast, I just think they're great. I own a whole bunch of Desert Warrior knives, and I just think they're great. I know a lot of people think that they're cheesy or whatever, but I get a kick out of them. Here's another version of the Desert Warrior knife, only it's the black. Again, spear point, not my favorite. I do have the Desert Warrior in pink, this color, without, it's just a clip point blade. It's not a spear point. But again, I wanted to add something different to my collection that I didn't have before, so I picked this one up. Up next, we've got this one. This is a really good, like the knife feels really, really good, right? The locking mechanism, it's a good, you know, it works great. You've got that, it's not quite a flipper, it's not quite a thumb stud, but you can definitely get your thumb in there to flip it. You can choke up on it right here. You got a good place to put your thumb, to where if you got to put some pressure really behind, like if you're skinning a tree or skinning like wood to start a fire to get you some kindling, you could really do it. And I've got several of these knives like this with this action that I've got from Temu, and every one of them work exactly like they're supposed to. This one here, I wasn't even real sure about this knife. I thought it was bigger. There's not a whole lot to say about this knife. Of all these knives, if I was going to tell you one I do not recommend, it would be this one. It just, I don't know. Let me see if I can show you guys. Like the action doesn't feel, if you see that, it feels slow. See, that time it didn't even open all the way. It says it's D2 steel. If you flip it hard, obviously it'll go. It's not a bad looking knife. So if it's something you like, the look of it, you may be able to get in there and play around with the springs or something to make that a little bit better. But I like the look of it, but I thought it was going to be bigger. So that was kind of a downer when I got it. But I think it's a great looking knife. The only marking on it right there is where it says D2. And it would have been better if it would have been a, you know, a frame lock. And I guess last but not least is this knife. Again, the only marking on that one is D2, so I'm not 100% sure who the OEM is on this. I've got a couple like this, and a couple of this exact knife that I've gotten in different places. It does come with a little tool to, it's an odd shape, like triangle, for you to take these apart. The blade shape's a little weird. I think this is probably more along the lines of like a combat knife, so I'm not sure this is something you'd carry every single day. I just thought it was different, thought it was something cool, and I liked it. So you guys, like I said, I'll put a link down in the description. If you pick it up really quick, you should still probably be able to get it before Valentine's Day. So if you do have a wife in your life that loves knives, you can pick her one. Or ladies, if it's any of you watching, I'll put a link down there so you can pick one of these up for your boyfriend or husband. But that's it, you guys. I want to try to do one of these videos at least once a month, showing like the latest knives that I've gotten from Temu. So if that's something you guys want to continue seeing, just let me know down in the description, or down in the comments rather, and we'll keep pumping these out this year. And I hope that you guys have a great day. And if you made it this far in the video, make sure you hit that like button. If you've not subscribed yet, hit that subscribe. And I hope to see you guys in the next video.